Welcome back to the channel, guys. If you know, this week is crunch time, so we got an appointment Friday that we got to get leaving Thursday night to, and current status, nothing out of the ordinary. So let's get to it. Well, to start things off, Jason called me and the motor is pretty much ready to go. I think they got to button the oil pan up. And again, it's Monday night, so I only have nights to work on this because of obviously my work schedule. So he's got to put the oil pan on. I think he's got the valves all adjusted, put the intake on. I think the rest of the stuff is here. Yes, it is. The blower and the hat and everything is here. So I have the radiator support out yet. If Jason doesn't come, bottom line, if Jason isn't here before I'm ready for it, I'm working on cleaning all the dry sump lines out. I will go ahead and put the radiator support in, the radiator and all that stuff. It would be easier with it out, I get that, but anything I can do to get the progress going, that's what I'm going to do. So I'll finish cleaning those lines out. And I just wanted to give you guys another little instance of the Clearview filter system and why we believe it is great. So if you guys don't know, mounted up here on my driver's side frame rail is our Clearview. And from our dry sump pump, which is usually mounted right here, it's actually sitting in the top of the toolbox because I just cleaned it. But that's mounted here. It sucks oil from the oil pan into the pump. We'll actually pump the oil up. This says out, so the end is on the upper side. I got the upper hat off of here. Comes in through the filter, back out, and there's a screen in here. So you're screening through the Clearview, and you're also screening through a filter, and then obviously pumps the oil to the motor. Now, as you know, we did hurt the motor there when we pinched off the oil line from the tank. So that's the other thing. There's a big external oil tank. And what happened was we pinched that line off, ran the motor for about 10 seconds at over 6,000 RPMs. It did hurt. 2 rods had to be resized. Not a big deal. I think my brother actually hit them all just to make sure. But here is the Clearview screen. Now, this is a bad example, but it's a good example as well. There's a lot of gasket material, rubbery type stuff, and you'll get that from putting an engine back together or just normal wear and tear. This is excessive, obviously, because of the issues we had, but there's a lot of material in there as far as one of the push rods, bearing, just all that stuff. But what you do is you apply air to this, it blows the oil that's in here out. And then you can check this as a quick reference. A lot of people cut their oil filters open, but this thing is a true lifesaver. If you want to catch a motor soon, or before it goes, typically, you can see a lot of evidence before it does go. So I'm getting this stuff all cleaned up. Here's the top section, the top hat. Like I said, you apply air in here, blows the oil that's in there out, and then you can see through these. Obviously, sometimes you got to wipe them off. But very expensive piece. I want to say it's $400 or $500 at least. But it does help. Instead of spinning filters off all the time, cutting them open, just apply a little air, purges it out, and you're good to go. Check that. And then it's just 4 nuts that actually hold this upper section on. You can take that off, clean out your screen, which I'm going to do here. Get this all cleaned up, get it all put back together, and then we'll see when Jason shows up here. It'll probably be tomorrow night. It's already 7 o'clock, so I'm going to keep plugging away. Wednesday night is my oldest daughter's birthday. So that kind of shoots Wednesday night in the foot. So, yeah, this one, I don't know if we're worse than any other time, but it's going to be just as bad as some of the other times, some late nights. So, sorry, work, I might have to take a few days off this week. So, nothing they haven't experienced before. All right, let's keep going. Well, update here before I head inside Monday night. Went ahead and got the radiator support bolted in. Radiators also bolted in. As you can see, obviously the grill bolted in. Everything is good for all the hardware there. This is all, I don't want to say lined up, but it's all bolted in where it's going to be. And also went ahead and cleaned out the dry sump tank. Got that off the old radiator support. Got our big band clamps there. Now, again, this is, obviously this bracket didn't need to be extended out. So I'm thinking we're going to have an issue right here with this hose. But we'll figure that out. If we got to remake that one, it's laying back there on the floor. That's the only one I haven't cleaned. We'll wait until we get this together. I think I might have to maybe notch this out. So I think actually it swept down and went down through here, but I'm not sure. I looked at the old radiator, or the old grill, and it didn't have that there, but all right, well, that's going to wrap it for tonight. So tomorrow night, clean more hoses, and hopefully the motor will be over here and we'll start dropping that in. Well, Jason made it over. It's Tuesday night.
Mark that down on the calendar.
What, that you're here, or it's Tuesday night?
Well, that too.
And voila, we actually have a motor in. So I made him stay. He's got supper getting cooked for him. What are you having? For supper or dessert? We don't know dessert. We don't.
Ramen noodles.
What about the other noodle?
Popeye?
All right, well, the motor's in, so at least we got that part done. It's about 10 after 9, Tuesday night, like I said, so I'll keep plugging away here for a while, then I got to go in and hit the bed because I got work in the morning. I got to be up before Jason, so he'll stay here and get some more work done.
Yeah.
But all right, I'll update you probably tomorrow after I get back from my daughter's birthday. Jason will come over after he gets off work, and he'll probably have most of this done.
She can do her birthday on Saturday.
Yeah. Well, Thursday night, I'm back from my daughter's birthday supper, and holy shit, Jason's here.
Yeah.
Now, don't let him fool you. He only got here like 45 minutes ago. I seen it on the camera, so. But he did get maybe a couple things done. Got the plugs gapped. Wires are on this side. Wires got to get on the other side. Plugs are all in. Passenger header's on. He also went ahead and got the adapter plate bolted on. We screwed the studs in there, and while he's here, we're going to go ahead now. The blower is sitting way back on the bench. Way back there. So we're going to go ahead and get that brought over here so that way I can have his help putting that up on there, and then
We could drool all over it.
yeah, Jason wants to drool over it. I don't know where he brought it at, but
In the truck.
it's still in the truck. So I haven't told anybody, but my hat's sitting over here, and I was running the polished 4 3/8. This hat here, and this, nothing wrong with this setup. This was actually what was on my motor originally when it was a 482, but now that it's bigger cube and stuff, and Jason has the 5 9/16 black one on the Camaro, we're gonna go ahead, since we're redoing the configuration of the motor a little bit, and if I haven't said, we're going to Steve Morris's for an engine dyno, so I guess there you go. So we're going to put that 5 9/16 hat on here. So Jason's all excited. He's ready to drool over it before he goes home because he's about ready to fall asleep right now. So, yeah. And we got a long day tomorrow. I took off so we can get this thing done so we can leave tomorrow. Be in Michigan Friday morning. All right, well, let's get some stuff put on so we can start drooling. Well, give it a little before and and after. It looks like it's right at home on there. I think Jason's right. He said it looks like it comes out for it a lot more. Let's just put it this way. It's a hell of a lot bigger than the last one. I think you can fit a pop can inside of this one. You think it's a lot bigger?
That's what she said.
Yeah, he's dreaming now. Well, I think next steps are driver's header, get the rest of the front accessories bolted on, power steering pump, dry some lines finished up, get the mandrel and stuff down on the crank so I can get all that on, radiator lines. And then the main part's going to be the fuel system, I suppose, because I got to finish running all the injectors back in the fuel injector cleaner, we'll call it, because I'll make a video on that at some point. We bought one off of Amazon, and then we'll get all that stuff bolted on. So hopefully in the next couple clips here, be the last couple things going on, and then maybe tomorrow, well, I mean, it has to be tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's Thursday, we leave, so it's got to be done tomorrow. I mean, I'm not sure what time. We might be late, but yeah, to be at Steve Morris's by 8, it's like a 7-hour drive because it's an hour ahead of us. 8 o'clock sounds good. We'll be there at 8, Steve. All right.
An hour time.
Yeah, our time change. We won't forget about it this time. Last time we showed up an hour late. All right, well, let's see what the next clips bring.
Good with the grilling.
All right, we're getting close. I'm just bumping the starter here. Kind of cranking the motor over a little bit. Jason's running the drill on the oil pump. We got about 50 pounds of oil pressure there, and basically we're just trying to prime up. We got a couple more coming here. Checking each push rod here to make sure. We got another intake coming. So checking everything, making sure we're fully primed up so we don't burn any push rods up here. The driver's side's definitely doing better than the passenger side. Jason's wrist is getting tired.
Don't use it enough.
Find that hard to believe. But, well, I think that's going to pretty much do it until we're ready to fire it up. So obviously, I got dump coolant in, but everything as far as belt-wise, Jason, remember to put that oil pump belt back on. We've done that before. Plug the wiring in, and then I think we're going to be ready for a test fire. I got that return fuel line. So just a little bit here, we'll be ready to test fire, and I'll be back with you then. Yep, that was recording.
Yep. Yeah.
No compression. All right, well, we fired it once, but Carl showed up. He wants to hear it run too, so we got coolant in it this time. Go ahead and fire the laptop up here. Ah, screw it, we don't need that. We don't need that where we're going.
Got my finger in the belt.
All right, okay, Nate. All right. Wait for this to boot up here. Okay, fire in the hole.
Hey! Oh, we got a streak over here.
Been a while since I heard it run.
We'll put this in my Nova.
Hey, think we can keep it cool though?
Oh yeah. Holy shit.
Well, I think we're ready to go. We had to adjust the idle screw there. Still has a little bit of surge to it. Sounds good. And check the oil there. Jason added one more quart to the oil, so we're good there. So now we need to get one more tire on. I don't know why the camera's all glitching out there, but... All right, there we go. Camera's glitching out. And then Jason's going to grab some new rear tires for it. These ones are the green ones that are about bald. So we'll switch those out just in case we got to do something at Steve's. You never know. We might leave our mark again.
Like a little bird shitting in the park.
All right, well, hopefully we're loading up soon here. It is currently 4:55. I think if we left an hour ago, we were going to get there at midnight. Granted, we're in the toter, so we can sleep wherever we need to. So, all right, well, we'll button up some last things. I need to zip tie some wiring up for the headlights that I'm not going to worry about tonight. And tires, and we should be ready to go. Load up some tools. What do you think, Carl?
I think I want to go with you.
Well, that's going to do it for this video. We're all loaded up as you've seen there. And we have Phoenix left in the shop now. I'm sorry if some of the footage was a little bit shaky there, so I'm not sure what's going on with my phone, but it should be a little bit better now. I got super stabilization on. So, hope you guys enjoyed this. Few clips here and there, just me rambling on with stuff getting put together, but we're good to go. It's currently, don't look at the clock behind me, 6:33. That brand new clock doesn't work. Must be because it's Napa. But we're all ready to go. We're gonna hit the road here, grab some food. I'm gonna edit this video, and then the next video will be at the dyno at Steve Morris's, making some pulls on the motor. And I'll give you some updates on a few things that we found when we put the motor together. So hopefully we can make some extra power. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, guys. Let me know what you guys think it's gonna make for power. Is it gonna make more? Is it gonna make less? All right, we'll see you in the next one. Thank you.